States Special Operations Forces encompass a wide range of highly capable units that tackle some of the most demanding missions ever seen before. While numerous SOF units possess exceptional capabilities and have earned their stripes, there are just 5 particular units that stand out among the rest as Tier 1 Special Mission units under the Joint Special Operations Command. These 5 units operate in the shadows and make a gigantic impact throughout the world while leaving virtually no trace of their existence. With that said, what are the 5 US military Tier 1 units? How much is known about them? And most importantly, what do they do? Join us as we dive into some of the most highly classified and secretive special operations units in the United States military. This is the 5 Tier 1 units of the US military. Let's kick things off with Delta Force. Did you ever worry about the boogeyman at night as a kid? Well, for enemies of the United States, they actually have one. Delta Force. Well known for their professionalism, secrecy, and mission success rates, Delta Force is the premier special mission unit of the US Army, always willing to answer the call for the toughest missions out there. Despite being one of the most recognized Tier 1 units in JSOC, the Department of Defense tightly controls information about Delta Force, refusing to comment publicly on the highly secretive unit and its activities. These operators work under the veil of secrecy, hidden from the enemy. As an elite counterterrorism unit, Delta Force has been part of several important missions that have made national headlines, such as the capture of Saddam Hussein, assisting with the evacuation of personnel from the embassy during the 2012 Benghazi attack, and capturing drug kingpin El Chapo. Interestingly enough, Delta Force actually goes by several different monikers. You may have heard it be referred to as the Combat Applications Group, Army Compartmented Elements, and 1st Special Forces Operational Detachment Delta. But despite the several names this elite unit has, there's one thing that everyone knows about it. You don't want to be on the receiving end of what they're capable of. Hold on, 1 second. I gotta take this. Sorry, guys. Hello?
Hey, is this General Discharge?
Yeah, but we're in the middle of a video here. I'm gonna have to—
Congratulations, you just won a free, all-inclusive trip to the Bahamas. All I need is your mother's maiden name, social security number, and the name of your first pet, and it's all yours.
I may have been born at night, but it wasn't last night. I'm gonna hang up and go back to the video.
Why does your voice sound so weird? Whatever, I'll just Google your information and steal it that way.
Good luck with that one. We're an anonymous channel, and even if you did, I have Aura protecting me.
Aura? What's Aura?
You haven't heard of Aura? Well, lucky for you, it's the sponsor of today's video. Aura is a modern, easy-to-use, all-in-one service to protect your identity. Seriously guys, 33% of US citizens have experienced some sort of identity theft. By using our link in the description, it will only take you a few minutes to sign up and check to see if any of your emails or personal information has been compromised. Not to mention, you get a risk-free 2-week trial. People like the guy on the phone with me like to collect your information and sell it to others online. With Aura, you don't have to worry about that, because they can identify these people and submit opt-out letters to them, and legally they will have to remove all of your information. Not only that, but Aura has so many great features, ranging from parental controls, antivirus, password management, to identity theft insurance, all for one affordable price. Even with disguising your face and voice, you can never be too careful when it comes to your identity. We highly recommend you give Aura a try, and see what Aura can do for you.
Wow, that's awesome! I want that. How can I get it?
You didn't hear me the first time? You can start using Aura and protect your identity in minutes by going to aura.com/generaldischarge, which you can find in our description and pinned comment below. Again, it's a risk-free 2-week trial. Not only will you be protecting your identity, but using our link really helps support the channel. Again, that's aura.com/generaldischarge, or you can scan the QR code on screen as well.
Wow, I'm signing up right now. Hey, what's a good password you would use?
Nice try. Where was I? Oh yeah. Because of how multifaceted Delta Force's mission set is, its operators are highly skilled and trained in specialized disciplines in order to see their missions through. In fact, many of Delta Force's personnel are seasoned SOF operators who've had years and years of experience doing what they do best. The overarching purpose of Delta Force is to execute complex, high-stakes missions that regular SOF forces wouldn't be able to do as efficiently, as JSOC has no room for failure. These missions are highly classified and dangerous, and range from hostage rescue, counter-terrorism, direct action, special reconnaissance, capturing high-value targets, and dismantling terrorist cells. But that's just the tip of the iceberg. Delta Force and its operators are extremely flexible with their capabilities, and the unit is not limited based on those primary missions. Their teams are small, agile, and able to deploy rapidly wherever JSOC taps them with the next job at hand. Delta Force operators are placed in one of its 4 assault squadrons, which are named Alpha, Bravo, Charlie, and Delta respectively. Each of these have 2 direct action assault troops, which consist of shooters, and a recon and surveillance troop, which has shooters and snipers. Fun fact, Delta Force's structure is inspired by the British Special Air Service. Additionally, each Delta Force operator is trained in a wide variety of skills to ensure they will thrive in the environments they get thrown into. Some of these skills are close quarters combat, hand-to-hand combat, direct action, and advanced marksmanship, because being able to rapidly breach, clear, and search buildings and rooms is an essential tactical skill for this unit. So you know a bit about what the US government allows you to know about Delta Force, but what about how you can get into this unit? For starters, Delta Force routinely pulls personnel from mainly the Army Green Berets and Army Rangers, but what makes this unit unique is that it allows people from every branch of the military, SOF or not, to try out. Thus, you can say Delta Force is like the equal opportunity employer of the Tier 1 units. Delta Force selection is unlike any other selection out there, as most of its candidates are already SOF members with years of experience in multiple deployments. They gotta get creative with their gut checks. Delta Force selection is roughly 4 weeks long and occurs twice a year in Camp Dawson, West Virginia. During these 4 gruesome weeks, candidates are put to the test like they've never been before with various day and nighttime land navigation courses, where they'll be expected to ruck multiple miles with a heavy load on their back. As the distances increase, so does the weight, but the timelines decrease. But it's not all physical. On top of already being mentally tested on the brutal physicality, candidates undergo numerous psych exams. They're barraged with questions from a board of Delta instructors and unit psychologists, and their answers are heavily scrutinized, getting dissected piece by piece. This is intended to mentally wear down the candidate. It all culminates with a 40-mile ruck march to be completed in an unknown amount of time, known as the Long Walk. Assuming they don't quit, only after this is completed will a candidate know if they were selected into Delta Force. If selected in the 4-week course, candidates will then go off the grid, hardly communicating with anyone from the outside world, to attend the 6-month operator training course. OTC is the constantly evolving end-stage portion of the Delta Force pipeline. Here, you can expect to be trained in a variety of small arms, as well as specialized roles like support weapons and sniping and observing. The course also involves an advanced parachuting school, training in CQC, demolitions, tradecraft, and VIP protection tactics. After OTC, a newly minted Delta Force operator will integrate with a team and begin working up for their first mission. To put this in perspective on how tough this selection really is, a Delta Force operator once said that only 12 to 14 completed out of a pool of 120 applicants, which is absolutely insane. Remember, those numbers don't reflect average Joes showing up to selection. They're mostly SOF operators or those Delta Force deemed worthy of giving a shot. With Delta Force covered, let's move on to the next Tier 1 Special Mission Unit, the US Navy's SEAL Team 6. SEAL Team 6, officially known as the Naval Special Warfare Development Group, or DEVGRU for short, hardly requires an introduction. From high-profile missions capturing national headlines to blockbuster movies and best-selling books, SEAL Team 6 has become a household name. But despite their fame, as you'll come to learn with any of the Tier 1 units, many of the finer details about DEVGRU are classified and unknown to the world. As the premier counterterrorism unit of the US Navy, SEAL Team 6 is quite literally literally the definition of best of the best, as this unit is made up of SEALs selected from existing SEAL teams. As you'd expect from a Tier 1 Special Mission unit in JSOC, they're utilized in the full spectrum of operations. DevGru specializes in areas such as counterterrorism, direct action, hostage rescue, high-value target extraction, counter-proliferation, special reconnaissance, and a whole slew of other things. But there's two things that set SEAL Team 6 apart from the other Tier 1 units: its maritime and free-fall capabilities. It's no secret that Navy SEALs are known for their talent in the water. Hell, even their name literally deals with an aquatic animal. But when you put together the best Navy SEALs into a Tier 1 unit, you can be certain that they will be taking their maritime skills and expertise to the next level. Additionally, SEAL Team 6 operators spend a lot of time perfecting their free-fall skills, or more specifically, halo and hey-ho jumps. While most special operations personnel receive free-fall training, SEAL Team 6 takes their skill set to another level. Mastery of free-fall requires lots of training and practice to begin with, but they've been known to spend a considerable amount of time and resources to ensure they can conduct those types of missions with the utmost precision. For example, during the hunt for Osama bin Laden, SEAL Team 6 always had an assault troop on standby to conduct a hey-ho jump into Pakistan to neutralize or capture him. But how is SEAL Team 6 structured to get the job done? All in all, there are 6 squadrons within the unit, each with their own purpose and specialty. 4 out of the 6 squadrons are the assault squadrons, which is where the operators are placed. For the assault squadrons, there's the Red Squadron, known as the Tribe or Red Men, the Blue Squadron, known as the Pirates, the Silver Squadron, which uses a mix of the other squadron's insignias, and the Gold Squadron, known as the Knights or Crusaders. Each of these squadrons are divided into 3 troops of SEALs, and the troops are divided into even smaller teams. Each DevGru operator plays a specific role in these teams. Then there's the Gray and Black Squadrons, which are the support squadrons. The Gray Squadron is known as the Vikings and consists of divers and personnel trained to drive the custom vehicles utilized by SEAL Team 6. And last but not least, the Black Squadron, which conducts reconnaissance, surveillance, espionage, and advanced force operations. With the mission set and structure of SEAL Team 6 covered, let's move on to its selection process. DevGru's selection is known as Green Team. Unlike the other Tier 1 units, this selection is only limited to one community, the Navy SEALs. But not just any Navy SEAL. Only the top performing team guys who are in peak physical condition get invited to try out for SEAL Team 6. Typically, they will have multiple deployments under their belts and over 5 years of experience in the teams. Green Team selection process happens once a year and lasts around 6 months. These candidates, which will remind you have already passed one of the hardest military selection processes in the entire world, are put through yet another challenging and arduous selection. They're constantly observed, scrutinized, and evaluated by the DevGru instructors, being put through immense pressure. Roughly 50% make it through Green Team and onto SEAL Team 6. Yes, you heard that right. A selection process that weeds out people who have passed what is considered the world's toughest military training has an attrition rate of 50%. Let that sink in. It's safe to say that SEAL Team 6 has solidified its place as not just a Tier 1 Special Operations unit, but as a legendary fighting force.